Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shauna. Today I'll be doing a collective energy read for this week, the next couple of days. I don't normally do them in the mornings like this before I go to class, but I just feel really called to be refreshed right now and sit down and do this reading for you. So I've already shuffled both of my decks, cleared them, getting a feel for this here and now energy that's taking place. And it's clearing up. The last 6 months have, let's be honest, it's been a little rough, and it feels like there's a really beautiful clearing happening. And I'd like to really tap into that and see if there's any snags along the way. How are you guys feeling? Comment below anything you're going through, because this is a collective movement. My throat felt fine earlier, but it's getting a little like shaky and dry, which doesn't normally happen during my readings. So this might be an energy that, not might, it's definitely an energy that I'm picking up on from the collective. So it feels like a throat chakra opening, being afraid to speak your truth, being afraid to be honest. And there's a lot of reasons for this fear. Our mind creates these, each bar on the jail cell is an individual fear, but the jail cell itself is a collective energy. But each bar, each detail is going to be different for each of you. But it is a generalized fear of not wanting to speak your truth. What if it's not accepted? What if it's rejected? What if I'm rejected? What if it makes me unlovable? So there's a lot of energy coming through with this throat chakra. And the card that came flying out, is Gaia, card number 12. So I want you to really look at the art on the card, take in any messages that are coming through for you. I'm going to read from the book on this, just because I am just familiarizing myself with this deck. And okay, we'll find it. Okay, here we are. Card number 21, not 12. So this card is indicative of the world in the tarot deck. So the energy of this card is the balance of the elements and harmony. So when the 5 elements are in balance, all is well in the world. The Gaia dragon holds all the elements in a state of dynamic equilibrium. The harmonious interplay between the conscious and unconscious allows the freedom to move and be moved. This in turn raises our vibration to a higher plane of existence, where there is spiritual enlightenment and inner peace. The meaning is that the Gaia dragon represents true balance and harmony on a multi-dimensional level. The ego is surpassed and all contradictions are finally resolved. The understanding of the past becomes so clear that lessons can be learned and the wisdom and knowledge from those experiences fully integrate into our lives. When we are at one with the world, we gain realization of how we make our own reality, finding inner balance and harmony. So this is a really just gorgeous message coming out with this card. And that's a feeling that I was picking up on, is this, this really gentle clearing that's taken place, this coming into balance with your emotions and every element existing within you, and recognizing that you are doing this, you have done this, and tapping into those timelines where this is already done. And it's an exciting experience. And to stay balanced in that, we can get a little ahead of ourselves when we feel this excitement of something clearing. This process, the unfoldment of this process is infinite. So staying in a very balanced place with the highs and the lows, it does feel like a completion to the reading that I did, the last reading that I did. Whatever energy came through in that reading, is definitely clearing up. And the energy coming through in this one, I mean, this card, look at the wings on this dragon. Look at how powerful, just wrapped around the world. And this is expanding your consciousness. This is unity consciousness, as well as being very sovereign in your energy. This is peeling away from codependency and allowing yourself to flower open. And we'll get into the second card. I want to pull another clarity on this. So, I mean, the energy that's coming through, it's, you know, whatever blocks and restrictions you have, they're moving like very, very gently and very easily because of you, because of the work that you're doing, because of the movement that you're taking. Whatever you're doing right now is working really well. And, you know, this Virgo energy, this grounding earth energy, it is amazing right now. I mean, if you really utilize it, I feel like the beginning of it was a little rough, but if you're really utilizing the Virgo energy, it will ground you in a very healthy way, and it will allow you to create that very linear balance inside of yourself, grounding into that earth energy while still reaching up and being able to connect into spirit and giving you the space to be able to do that. So this definitely feels like this is your time to start stepping back into your meditation practices, start really reaching upward and pulling, you know, bringing heaven into your earth, pulling that energy into you, descending that energy down. Okay. I mean, these cards are beautiful. So let's get into them. Two really powerful cards coming out. This one is the Crossroads of Destiny. So the red around the edge indicates to me root chakra energy. This is the clearing that's taken place. This is that Kundalini awakening. This is really tapping into your power that you've trapped and you've hidden, and it's coming up and it's being released. And what I'm feeling behind this card is there's still fear. This fiery energy. Our ego is actually afraid of this spiritual power. We are afraid of ourselves. We're afraid of how powerful we could be, because if you look around us, power has been used to manipulate people, oppress people. Power just has been misused, and we're seeing that. And you know, the world is a reflection, and so when that's being reflected to us, our instinct is, I need to keep my power tamed and locked in this space, because if it comes out, either I'll abuse it or someone else is going to try and abuse it. And so that's the fear that's sort of coming in here. And what I'm seeing up in the corner here, to me, this feels like a little guide. It's like, follow me, I'll show you the way. It's a silly energy coming through that's like trying to keep you lighthearted about all of this, because there's a lot of serious stuff going on in the world right now. It's scary and it's serious, and it's a massive reflection of this fear energy that exists within all of us. And there's this lighthearted little, like, I don't want to say fairy, because it exists in this really deep place. It's, you know, it dwells in here, and it's asking you to follow it, to go with it. It will take you in there, and it will bring you back out with everything you need. So allowing this entity, this energy, this spirit guide, whatever it is for you, whatever is popping in your head right now, that is the calling to go into this. It has been calling to you. It has been offering its help to guide you through this. And, you know, to do it lightheartedly, because this place can be scary for our egos to go into. My body is like lit up right now, because like chills everywhere, because it's not just me, it's all of you. You have this guide, you have this energy just beckoning you forward. Trust me, trust me, trust me. I've got you. Listen to me. The voice, it might sound a little crazy sometimes, If you pull it into your head, it's going to sound crazy. Keep it in your body, keep it in your essence and your core and your heart, and let that pull you. And that will move you through this place, which looks scary, but it's you nonetheless. It's a part of you. And our ego is creating, like I said, this prison. It has locked that power in this place and said, this is untouchable. This is a scary thing. This is something we're not allowed to have, because look at what it's doing to the world. But it's not that. Our power is this beautiful, expansive, amazing, just direct connection to source, direct connection to Gaia. It exists within all of us, and it's starting to rise up. It's starting to come through. It's circulating through our bodies, and going into meditation is great. And a friend of mine was like, start practicing Kundalini yoga, start really focusing on moving this energy up through you and allowing your power to come through you without fear, or with fear, and still moving around that and navigating that. It wants to dance with you, but you don't have to. You and this fear energy are not in the same vibration anymore. You are not on the same rhythm. It takes 2 steps forward and you're already like prancing around it. Just recognize that you're not on the same level as this fear anymore. It can't touch you. It's an illusion. So the second card that came out is Individuality. So to me, this feels like, both of these cards coming out, like I said, Gaia is this world energy, is the unfoldment of unity within you. You're feeling this unity consciousness. You're seeing how precious each and every life is, because you're all connected to the same source. And it's a powerful moment, and still standing in your individuality, still standing in your sovereign energy and doing the work. And so what's showing up on this is labradorite for me. So each card has an angel and a crystal. There we go. My words are failing me. And labradorite it's that crown chakra energy. It is a beautiful stone. I use it for dreaming. And there it is. So that's the message in this card, your dreams right now, which is something that has been coming up pretty much since we entered Virgo season, or sorry, not Virgo season, but pretty much for the last month, I would say. And really attuning into your dream state. And my favorite time to dream, which I don't nap very often, but I napped yesterday, nap dreams are the best. So if you have time and that it's not going to disrupt your sleep schedule in the evening, try to take a nap, because it keeps, you're not going fully unconscious during a nap. It's this sort of in-between purgatory, and you get to have a almost conscious experience in your dreams. And what I'm getting right now is a sort of distraction, which is why I'm stumbling over my words. So typically when that starts happening, there's something that's like coming up with this card. So I'm getting like a distracted energy, something that's distracting you in your dreams. And it could be an energy that's showing up in your dreams. I am seeing a being right here. It has wings and it has a face and it has eyes, but it's coming into your dream space and sort of distracting you. So if you don't lucid dream and everything's just sort of happening, maybe there's not a lot you can do about this. But I have the feeling that you've already recognized that this thing is showing up in your dreams, and that it's pulling you away from these lessons and the clearing work that you could be doing in your dreams. So that's one scenario. Another scenario is playing on your phone and watching shows and playing on your computer before you sleep. it prevents you from being able to go into a deep space when you're sleeping. So you might still lucid dream. That's not what I'm saying. But the fact of the matter is, even if you're still having deep experiences in your dream, it could be more if you started clearing out that space. And I feel like I say this pretty often. So, repetition is what people need sometimes. At least 2 hours before you go to sleep. And I think I need to hear this as well, because I've been doing homework before I go to bed. So I'm dreaming about finance. 2 hours before you go to sleep or lay down to sleep, try and keep that space for reading nonfiction, meditating. I did qigong last night to do clearing before I went to sleep, and that is necessary. Like last night, I was able to have really deep, memorable dreams because I did a clearing exercise before I went to sleep to clear out the energy, the stagnation that the 3D can create. So that's a long spiel about dreams, and I feel like I do that every single time. So we're going to go back over to the dragons here and see. I want to get more into this energy, and I don't want to make this reading too long, but I want to feel into this little guy here, because the dream energy coming through, that's definitely an important message. This is about lucid dreaming, not taking control of your dreams when you're lucid dreaming, but remembering them, writing them down, taking the messages from them, sort of analyzing them a bit. And my energy is actually, as I'm feeling into this little guy up here, it's feeling a little manic. Like maybe manic isn't the right word, but like a little panicky, that maybe when you see it, you panic. So there we go. Gorgeous. Okay, so the energy coming through with your little guide here, your little friend, the message that it's trying to convey to you is the solar dragon. So again, I'm going to read from the book on these. I'm still familiarizing myself. And I'll hold it up while I'm doing it. So, this is gorgeous energy coming through. So this is rebirth into the light, illumination. In the tarot, it's seen as the sun. So the solar dragon holds the energy of the sun, the great life, giver of illumination. Without the sun, there would be no life. Spirituality brings enlightenment, the ability to see things from a fresh perspective. The solar dragon also reminds us that we too are filled with light, and it is this light that gives us the ability to create our own reality. Drawing the solar dragon is indeed a good omen. There is great potential for you to step into a new energy, to walk through a doorway into a new understanding of this mysterious life. The sun warms and nurtures, and so indicates reaping the rewards of work done. It brings satisfaction, joy, and abundance and unconditional love. With its sense of renewal, this card inspires us to look at things in a new light. This is the energy that this guide is trying to lead you to. This fresh perspective, this clearing, this illumination. And I do think that the sun, this light energy, is a representation of the power that exists within you. And like I said, there's a fear of letting that power come up, unlocking it. And I had a vision a couple of days ago, and I do feel called to share it with you. What I saw for myself is my ego standing in front of a door. And I knew that behind that door was my power. And my ego was like a bodyguard. You're not allowed in this space. You're not allowed through here. And the form that my ego took on was not like me looking at me. It's like this, this feral animal standing there, waiting to lunge, waiting to attack if anything comes too close to this space. And that is the fear, you keeping yourself afraid of entering into this space. The bottom line is that part of your ego guarding that door is still part of you. So figuring out, communicating with it, and that could be coming through your dreams. That could be coming through your dream space, trying to communicate to you what it is this piece of your ego is so afraid of, what it is that you need to navigate to unlock this. This is the beginning of a new cycle. This is a rebirth. It is pulling that shadow world into the light, and our power is locked underneath all of those shadows. It's locked underneath these layers of things that we've just piled on top, these identifications, these pain, this suffering. And, we're getting really down into the nitty-gritty here. We're at the base. We are deep into the root chakra, excavating this power. You have no idea how much is in there. I mean, the message that's coming through is like what you can imagine, just like kind of a scenario in our life, what you imagine is in there, not even close. When you're unlocking that, you're so close, you're standing on the edge, you're standing in front of that door with this piece of yourself threatening you, but it's not a real threat. And communicate and love that piece of you that is afraid, that's ready to lash out and attack if anyone comes near it. Give it that unconditional love, allow it to have a voice, and then allow it to basically repurpose it. I never try to get rid of my shadow. I never try to get rid of pieces of me that are afraid or angry or sad. I repurpose them. I give them a voice, ask them, what is your purpose? What are you doing? And in order to bring them into the light, what would you rather be doing? What can I do for you to bring you into, to update you, basically? Because we get stuck. These pieces of us get stuck in this child mentality. So update them, let them know that you're a grown-up now. And that's like that's the ego state therapy that I've done for like 2 years. You update these parts of you. You show them that I'm a grown-up. This is where I'm at. This is my life. And because they don't get to see that, they're trapped in this space. So you show them, and then you repurpose them. Okay, now that you've seen this life and what I'm doing, what job would best serve you? What part of this beautiful functionality of this body and this life would you like to do? And I feel like giving you an example just in case you're confused on that. So with this, and this isn't for everyone, but for myself, with this part of me that is like lunging and feral and upset and angry, if you come near me, I'm going to lash out. Instead of viewing it as a wild, feral animal, speaking to it, the repurposing could be the protector, the assertive masculine energy. That is the light, and this feral angriness, this aggression is the shadow. So repurposing that, giving it a job, giving it a purpose, and allowing it to be there. And then being able to step through that door, integrating this piece of you with all of your power. So you're giving your power to this fear, to this inky black shadow space, and it's ready. You're ready to shine the light in this space. This is like the last thing before you step through this threshold, before you step through into this new rebirth into the light. It's powerful. It's incredible. I want to show you these cards one more time. I mean, with this Gaia energy, I am seeing waterfalls in the background. So much water coming through behind it in the mountains. And that's kind of like where I'm at now in New Zealand, but, clearing yourself, being in the water, being in touch with the elements, going hiking, being outside. Take that space, take that time for yourself and ground. stepping through this fear-based energy. You're stepping out of this. You're stepping into a new sense of self by shedding this sense of self. It's this, the individuality coming through is recognizing that this incarnation is so precious. This body is so precious. You get to have this. You get to have all these experiences, and you're shedding away all of the low vibrational, fear-based energies and stepping into this love, this heart energy coming through, and allowing your dreams to speak to you, and clearing out those distractions, external and internal. Whatever's distracting you internally in your dream space, I mean, that's the loudest one coming through. Is there something internally inside of you, inside your mind, that is interrupting your dreams? So maybe it's keeping you from actually remembering them. So when you wake up in the morning, try right away to write this stuff down. And then, of course, this little guide, this silly little guide here, is helping you reach this energy. Give your shadow a voice. Give your fear a voice. And it will shift, it will move so that you can step through this threshold. All right, everyone. So I have to go to class, but I do guided hypnosis, meditations, whatever you want to call it, same brainwaves. Some people just are uncomfortable with the term hypnosis. I do a tap into your energy, do a beautiful recording, send it to you. And then if there's anything that comes up in the recording in your space that you need clarification on, we can do a personalized card reading and then an integration session. So it's a beautiful way to do a gentle clearing, tap into this energy while I am holding space for you. So if you're interested in that, or you're interested in a one-on-one reading, I'll post my email below. And yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Take care.